Hey guys, today I'm not going to be covering a particular stock, but today I'm going to be going over a website called Finviz. Now, this website has a lot to offer, such as trend lines, the map functionality, and etc. And I'm going to be primarily covering the trends maps for today. So let's just get to it. Okay, let's actually use one of the stocks that I covered in my video to do analysis. There's a stock called Net Cloud Flare, which recently broke out. So let's take a look. So if you see, it actually drew a very nice resistance line for you. If you see it, it failed multiple times to break through this line. However, 3 days ago, it actually broke through with big candle. What's nice about this website, it actually draws a good resistance line and a support line as well. Let's look at a different stock as an example. Let's look at IQE. So this one I covered that it broke out as well. The bad thing is it doesn't draw everything for you. So if you draw this line right here, sort of this line, you could see that it broke out with this big candle here. However, it's not showing up here. There's another trend line that you could draw from here to here, right, to here, right? So it doesn't draw everything for you, but it gives you a pretty good idea, and it draws very obvious ones for you, which is better than nothing. It also has 20-day moving average, 50-day moving average, along with 200-day moving average for you to do further analysis. These technical indicators that I just mentioned are really helpful for you to do technical analysis in the future. Obviously, that's not purpose of the video today, so let's move on to a different functionality. Okay, so if you click on maps, you get this great heat map. Let me actually zoom out a little bit, right? So this gives you 1 day performance. Obviously, today is Sunday. Stock market is not open on Sundays, but you have Friday's data in here. So if you take a look, there's some greens and there's some reds, but you could see right away that healthcare outperformed consumer electronics right away, which is awesome, right? You could see insurance perform really bad. You could see credit services didn't perform that well either. So stocks tend to move in sectors, and this is why this gives you such a great view in terms of how stock did in 1 day. Now, what's nice about this is that you could actually filter to more of a higher granularity performance. So if you click on 1 month performance, right, you could see all stocks perform pretty well in general, except maybe healthcare and energy, right? But even if you look at healthcare and energy, there are some stocks that perform really well within these sectors. What's also nice is, let's say Apple performed really well. So if you actually Apple's just stock by itself, but if you, like for example, hover over BRK here, you could see relative stocks below that, and it shows you performance of that as well. I also wanted to cover 3 months performance because stocks have been skyrocketing last 3 months. And you could see maybe we're due for a small correction as well because stocks have gone up so much, right? And Apple's up 50% in 3 months, Facebook's up 60% in 3 months, Microsoft's up 42%. If you look at PayPal down here, it's actually up 90%. I know we had a big sell-off on March that drove stock to like really cheap prices, and since our economy is recovering and Fed has been pumping money into stock market, the stock has been doing really, really well for the last 3 months. However, we may be due for a correction, so you gotta be careful in terms of investing right now, in my opinion. Obviously, that's not the point of today's video, but point is that this website gives you such a great view of in terms of how each of stocks and what sectors have been doing so well in different types of granularity. So if you take a look, you have other drop-down menu as well. The one thing that I find useful in my perspective is PE, right? Because this is a price to earnings ratio. Higher it is, generally speaking, overpriced the stock is. So if you take a look at Apple as an example, historically speaking, Apple has been around 12 to 20 PE until last couple of years. And right now it's at 27 PE, which I feel like it's a little bit high. However, Fed has pumping money in. There's a lot of things that happens to drive stock to overpriced levels. I'm not saying you should sell everything. I'm not saying you should sell all of your stocks or short Apple right now. However, you have to be mindful and you have to be careful. This Apple P was 18 3 months ago. Alright, so you have the PE here. Another useful thing would be forward PE. So forward PE tells you forward estimate of price to earnings ratio. So it's pricing in earnings that's going to be better in the future, right? So if you click on this, obviously the PE will be dropping. So Apple's now at 23. So it's pricing in probably 10 to 20% growth in for next year. Alright, that's it for my video today. I'm going to be covering more functionalities about Finviz in the future. But for today, we covered maps and trend lines. And I do think those are most important and most awesome functionality that Finviz have. Thank you for watching and be sure to check back in tomorrow for new video about a stock. Thank you.